What's good, everybody? How is everybody doing this evening? Welcome to the latest installment of On the Mic. I am your host, Mike Jones. Hoping everyone has had a very productive, a very safe, and socially distanced week. We're approaching the end of another week, man. Oh, boy. Glad to see everybody here. Let's see. There we go. That's the logo I wanted to use today. Let's see. If you are in this stream, please report yourselves. Report yourselves. Let's see who's all in here before we get started. Hey, I'm Mary. How you doing? It's good to see you on here. Once again, this is the latest installment on the Mic. If you look at the bottom ticker there, we will be streaming live every Thursday between 6:30 and 7. We will be streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. If you have not done so already, please go on YouTube and subscribe to the On the Mic Productions page. Please go subscribe. Check out all the past episodes. Smash that like button. Please support. Share the page on your Facebook page. Share it on your Instagram page, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever social media you use. Share the On the Mic Productions page. I would gladly appreciate it, man. Also, give me 1 second here. Also, I have an artist for a wife, as you all know, or at least the majority of you know. And if you want to check out her artwork, please go to her shop. Again, look at the ticker right below here. You can go at www.etsy.com/shop/RavenJR. Once again, if you want to check out my wife's artwork, look at the ticker right below here. Where it is, right there it is. There it is. Go to www.etsy.com/shop/RavenJR. Please check out my wife's shop. She puts her tremendous artwork on there. Please buy some artwork. Buy some fresh gear with the artwork on it. Please support my wife. She's an amazing artist. She takes a tremendous amount of time throughout her day, working on this artwork constantly. She's constantly pushing out art every day. And sometimes I'm looking at her and I'll be like, damn, how do you get this much artwork out? It's just constant. It's just a constant drive, just a constant, just with her passion. Please check out my wife's art shop, man, on Etsy.com. I would gladly appreciate that, man. Now, I know yesterday was such a relieving day. I woke up yesterday and I just felt really good, man. I felt really good, although I'm still working from home, I still had a, extra pep in my step, my head was raised a little bit higher, smile was just a little bit brighter. And that is because 45 is out of here. Yes, thank God. The orange man is finally out of the Oval Office. Donald Trump is no longer, thank God, the president of this here United States of America. He left roughly an hour before the inauguration started. And just like the classless guy that he is, he didn't even bother to stay, to at least formally congratulate, new President-elect Joe Biden and new Vice President-elect Madam Kamala Harris. He did not stay. Him and his wife and the rest of his family, they boarded on their jet and they went home. And man, these past 4 years, man, my God, man, it has been just for this country, man, a tumultuous 4 years, man. We've seen so many instances where injustice has taken place, man, and you just see bigotry just boil over at such a all-time high, man. But you know what? As much crap as we gave Trump, man, and rightfully so, and he deserves every bit of it. I will give him credit for this. Because of his rhetoric, because of his bigotry, because of just his flat out ignorance, he exposed America for what it truly is. He exposed America for what it truly is. It is flawed. It is filled with hate. It is filled with racism. It is filled with a hierarchy. It is filled with just downright white supremacy. And because of his rhetoric, because of his Twitter fingers, because he's always constantly in the news, he spearheaded this movement of hate. And because we live in the social media age, right? And we live in the internet age where information is 24/7, we get to see this hate boil over all the time. We get to see it boil over all the time. And a lot of things one major thing that a lot of these Trumpers were hiding before he took office was their bigotry. And because of his bigotry, because of their bigotry, and because they hid it for so long, it came out, it came out the floodgates quick, fast, and in a hurry. When he started talking about things such as we're going to build a wall, we're going to keep, illegal immigrants out of our country and this and that, and we're going to take our jobs back. Stuff that bigots love to hear. People who see this country as the end all be all, they want to hear that type of stuff. And he spearheaded it. We had the incidents in Michigan at the State House. We had the incidents just like, I wouldn't even call this an incident, the act of terror, like what happened a couple weeks ago at Capitol Hill. Hell, you can even go back to like 2017 in Charlottesville. Like all these things, all these racist acts, all these people who are finally putting their racism on the forefront in large part because of this man. Because he gave them the false sense of courage. He gave them the hope that, we can finally make America great again. We can get America back to what it used to be. Ironic, right? And get America back to what it used to be. Yeah, I know one thing. America, what it used to be, wasn't very united, right? And because of his rhetoric and because of his constant, just idiocy, we saw for the first time, and the entire world saw for the first time, America split in half. Now, for us as Black people, we already knew this. We live in this two Americas every day. We live in that double veil where we have to try to navigate and live not only as an American, but as a Black person in America as well. And we have to navigate through white supremacy. We have to navigate through social injustice and socioeconomic injustice and racial injustice. We have to navigate through all of those things. But like I said, because of Trump's constant chatter, he, along with so many other bigots, exposed America for what it really is. And man, right, Reggie, Trump said, let me show you the snakes. Exactly. The snakes finally came out the garden. They finally came out the garden, and man, for the first time ever, like I said before, because we're in such a 24/7 news cycle, we get to see this stuff over and over and over again. And because we've been dealing with this pandemic for over a year now, a lot of us, we are forced to sit here and watch this stuff happen. We are forced because the world's not open. Sure, we get to do little things, but for the most part, we want to, at least a lot of us, we want to socially distance. We want to wear our masks. We want to make sure we're safe. So a lot of times we're at home more than usual. And because we're at home more than usual, we're on our phones more than usual, we're watching TV, we're on our computers, and we're able to see all this stuff as it happens. AJ is watching you. Hey, my godson is watching me. What's up, baby boy? Uncle Mike loves you, man. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see you soon, man. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see. Because all this COVID, man. COVID, man, just this nonsense, man. It keeps me from, going to see my god babies, man, like I want to on a consistent basis, man. And it's just, I'm sick of this COVID, man. But man, but again, back to Trump. His mouth is what ultimately got him in trouble. I mean, come on now. What president do you know is so bad with his words to the point where he lost all of his social media accounts? No more Twitter, no more Facebook, Instagram. Any social media account that is tied to him is gone. It is permanently gone. And I think if he's not in jail, which he should be arrested and locked up and thrown away the damn key. He needs to be gone in exile. He needs to be in exile. Like, to be honest, I can care less. I don't ever want to see Donald Trump's face on my screen again. I don't want to hear from Donald Trump ever again. Like, he just needs to go to a faraway place where it's just him, his family, without any internet, without any service. He just needs to stay there for the rest of his life. Okay? Because the amount of damage that he has caused within these past 4 years, man, in terms of divisiveness, man, it's just ugly. And it's just sad, man. And like I said, man, but again, Trump, thank you. Thank you for your idiocy. Thank you for your rhetoric. Thank you for your constant ability to spread hate. Thank you for that, man. Because what you did not expect to happen, happened. America being exposed for what it truly is. But again, 45 is out of here. We got a brand new president. AJ keeps saying hi. What's up, baby boy? What's up, man? Oh man. He keeps saying, my godson keeps saying hi. I'm gonna keep saying hi back to him. What's up, man? And make sure you kiss your sister for me too, man. AJ, give your little sister a big old smooch for Uncle Mike. But man, so where do we go from here? Okay, we have a new administration. We have a new president-elect, President Joe Biden. We all know he once served as the vice president to former President Barack Obama during their 2 terms. We have the first ever African-American and South Asia woman to be, and the first ever woman in general to be elected as vice president, as Madam Kamala Harris. And it was just a historic day, man. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, there's this couple that, when they showed up, man, they not only showed up, but boy, did they show the hell out, man. And oh man, just seeing pictures of them, man, at this inauguration, just seeing the grace and the class and just the beauty and just it just felt good, man, to see this couple, to see this beautiful black couple back on the platform that they held for 8 years, man. And oh my God, I am talking about. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get myself set up here. All right, where did the picture go? I just had it up. There it is. I am talking about this lovely couple right here. My God, man. Look at this. Just look at the class, man. Look, they are cleaning in the board of health, man. Just look at this. It's so beautiful. Just the class, just the grace, the professionalism, just it makes you feel good when you see this beautiful couple here, this beautiful black couple here. It just makes you feel good to be an American, man. It just makes you feel proud that at one point in time, these two people here, this beautiful couple, within the forefront of this country. It still is, right? As far as they still are, man. Like, oh my God, man. Look how clean President Obama is, man. Clean as a whistle. And just look how beautiful First Lady Obama is. Oh my goodness, man. It's just when I was seeing pictures of them just arriving at the inauguration, I just felt so proud. I felt so proud that I was able to witness these two people hold down the White House with just elegance. Like, and the first, during President Obama's first term, I had just missed being old enough to vote. I was only 17 when he first got elected. But boy, I remember 4 years later standing outside the Board of Elections, man, in blistering cold weather, man, for about at least 3 or 4 hours. I couldn't wait to post my ballot, man, and vote for this man again because he's just so graceful. He's so humble. You know, he's so intelligent, and he just, regardless of what you went through during that time of his administration, you couldn't but just to feel good. You couldn't help but to feel good that this man was the leader of our country. And the fact that he has a partner who is his backbone, who is equally as classy and just intelligent and just, oh my God, man. It was just a huge breath of fresh air seeing this beautiful couple on that platform once again, man. Oh my God, it felt good and it felt real. And it felt like they never left, man. And you know, we we didn't know how good we had it, man. Like, we didn't know how good we had it. And they were everything. Like, in this country, like I said, this country did not realize how good we had it. Like, man, these two, and I'm stammering, man, because it's damn near impossible to describe how important the Obamas mean to me, how important the Obamas mean to not only just Black culture, but just American culture, man. And when it's all said and done, they're going to go down as two of the most significant people this country has ever produced, man. Also, Michelle and Madam VP show love to Black clothing designers with the outfit. Hey, again, just grace and just elegance. And there was another picture that struck my attention, and I did a lot of thinking about this, man. And it made me smile. Like, it legit made me smile when I saw this picture. And I really want to show this picture to y'all and talk about this for a few moments. Let me make sure I got everything set up here. All right, boom. This picture right here, like I stated earlier, on the left, you have the first ever African-American man to be elected into the Oval Office. On the right, you have the first ever woman and African-American woman and South Asian woman to be elected into the Oval Office. This is living, breathing history right here. Living, breathing history. Now, of course, like when the news broke out that that President Biden now has selected VP Madam Harris to become his VP, there was a lot of skepticism. And you know what? And it was funny because you had on one side, you had a group of people, you had a lot of people who were saying, "Oh my God, we got black women here. You shouldn't be questioning her past politics. Everybody trying to knock a black woman down." It's not true. On the other hand, you had people like myself who was like, "All right, that's dope. But we're still going to side eye you a little bit because with politicians, you have no choice but to side eye them, especially if they were controversial." And in Madam VP's case, in the state of California, she was controversial as an attorney general and as a DA. She had baggage. So you can't overlook that, regardless of skin tone, regardless of gender. When it comes to these politicians, you cannot overlook things that they have done in the past. The same with President Biden. But when it's all said and done, with this administration, with this Biden-Harris administration, they have the opportunity to right the wrongs that they've done in the past. They have an opportunity to really make sure that this country is united. Excuse me. And I was thinking about this last night, and I was like, damn, in my lifetime, within really a little over a decade stretch, I watched a black man become president of the United States. I witnessed that. I witnessed a black woman create an entire political shift, not only in her country, not only in her state, but a shift that spread it throughout the entire country in Stacey Abrams. And yesterday, I witnessed a black woman become the vice president of this country. And listen, when it's all said and done, man, as much BS as we as black people went through, when you see prominent figures like a President Obama, like a Stacey Abrams, like a Madam Vice President Harris, we've done all right for ourselves. We've done all right for ourselves, man. Amid all the bullshit that we've gone through, we've done all right for ourselves. And yes, we have a long way to go. Oh my God, we have such a long way to go in this country. And we have such a long way to go to defeat white supremacy in this country. But when I see two prominent figures like this embracing each other with that fist pump, that fist pump wasn't just a photo op. That fist pump was legit unity. Like, yeah, we did this shit. We did this shit. And it's dope, man. It's dope for young black men and women to see this. And it's even more dope, man, to have young black children see this, man. To see this image right here, to see this imagery, to be able to tell your black kids and other kids and kids of color, look, there's a president and a vice president who looks like me. If they could do it, I can do it. Like just seeing this superhero-like imagery right here. And it's like you can compare these real life situations like with President Obama and Madam VP Harris. And you can also look at someone like a Chadwick Boseman, may he rest in peace, who portrayed the character as Black Panther. You know how significant Black Panther was at that time and still is to this day? Like, yes, in terms for the masses, oh, he was just a superhero. But for our community, seeing a black king in that type of role, on that type of platform, being that dope of a superhero, it meant wonders for us. And seeing this image right here, it does wonders for us. Seeing First Lady Obama walk around with such elegance and class and beauty, it does wonders for us. And when it's all said and done, man, we are awesome. We are awesome people. It is a magic within us that can, and we have to be magical because we have gone through 400 years and counting of such strife, such hatred that comes our way. We've dealt with so much turmoil, and yet we're able to dig through those holes and put ourselves in a position where we can become two more prominent people in this country and in the world. It's beautiful. Now, with that being said, Mr. President, Mrs. VP, it's amazing to think what Madam Vice President has done, considering women couldn't vote 102 years ago. Exactly, Reggie. Exactly. It just shows. It just goes to show where women have come from and how hard they've worked to become equal and to become prominent. You know. My mother-in-law says she wore purple to honor Shirley Chisholm and her accomplishments. Hey, that's awesome because a lot of people don't know Miss Chisholm was she was very close, very, very close to becoming the president of the United States decades ago. So that was awesome that she wore purple to honor her. Like, that's just a beautiful thing. And seeing Black women support Black women and honor Black women, man, it is freaking awesome, man. Now, with all that being said, President Biden, Madam VP Harris, y'all got work to do. Y'all have serious work to do. And I wrote this on Facebook last night, right? And it was a few things that I highlighted on my Facebook post as far as what I feel like they should do. The first order of business, run us those damn STEMI checks. Run us those checks, man. Hey, listen. The past year has been so tough for so many people. You know, people are scratching and clawing. You've had people who've lost their jobs. You've had people who've lost family members constantly to this COVID, to this coronavirus, man. Just so many things that have happened to people, like who've had to scratch and claw and just do whatever it takes to just survive, man. Listen up. You got to run us those checks, man. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. That them Trump dollars, yeah, what enough? We need the extra 1,400. Hell, give us that 2,000. We couldn't get the 2 G's with the Trump administration. He's no longer here. The Republicans are no longer in power. Run us them 2 G's expeditiously. We need it, man. You want to know how to get the economy booming again? Issue out those checks. Issue out those checks, because you know, you issue out those checks, the money's going to you're going to get the money right back. The money's going to flow. The cash is going to flow. And the economy will slowly rise itself back up. We need those checks, man. The second order of business, cancel all student loan debt. Get rid of student loan debt. Get rid of it. Sallie Mae is it's the biggest ripoff in this country. Get rid of the student loan debt. Please get rid of it, man. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Biden is already working on reversing Trump's doings through executive orders. Yeah. Mr. President is He's getting right to it, man. He has to reverse a lot of these Trump wrongdoings. But yes, run us that check. Give us, wipe away our student loans, man. Because come on now. And this could be a totally just new topic altogether, but there's no reason why we should be paying for school. There's no reason why people in this country should be paying for an education. There's no reason why college can't be free. An education can't be free. There is no reason why we should be paying for school, man. In my opinion, college should not be seen as a business. It should not. You know how many people would strive in this country if education was free? It will help so many people out because let's keep it a buck, man. Not everyone can pay for college. Not everyone has the ability to gain scholarships. Not everybody comes from well-off situations where mommy and daddy can pay for my college and pay for my room and board and pay for this and that. Majority of us are working class folk, man. And you know how beautiful it would be if we were all granted an opportunity at a free education. Student loans, the lottery, and cigarettes are three of the biggest scams in that this country has ever produced, man. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling to me, man, that people are struggling to pay these student loans. Man, nobody got time for that. We got bills. We got rent. We got mortgages. We got car notes. We got insurance to pay for. Hell, if you got kids, we got kids to take care of. If you got pets to take care of. If you got family members who are struggling, we got family to take care of. Ain't nobody got time to be paying $500, $600, $700 a month on student loans. What kind of crap is that? Wipe away the student loan debt. Get rid of it. Ain't nobody got time to be paying that shit constantly. Get rid of it all, man. The third order of business. You guys need to come up with laws that will protect Black people and other people of color. I'm going to say it again. Create laws that will protect Black people and other people of color from racial and socioeconomic injustices. We need laws that will protect us. And alongside of creating those laws, defund the damn police. Those two work hand in hand. Creating those laws to protect us, to make sure that we're not getting pulled over, we're not being shot down like animals, we're not being in the will of the police force while defunding the police. All of that works hand in hand. You want to make Black people and other people of color feel like we're part of this country? Put laws in place that will make us feel safe. Because all we ever wanted was a fair treatment, was a fair shake. That's all we ever wanted. Make no knock warrants and stand your ground, illegal nationwide. Exactly. Exactly. And yeah, man, create laws to protect us. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Elijah McCain, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, John Crawford, Sam DuBose, Eric Garner, Stephon Clark, Philando Castile. I can keep naming names over and over and over again, the countless amount of names of black people who have been murdered by the police. And what did all these people have in common? They were of no threat. They were no threat to nobody. Hell. And even though like Trayvon Martin and Ahmaud Arbery wasn't killed by police, they were killed by people who thought that they could police black people. They were killed by white supremacists who thought they could police white people because of their white privilege. So they're in that same category as well. Defund the police, put people who actually grew up in the and that's another thing. Put off, first of all, 6-month training or however long the training is to become an officer is too damn short. Secondly, if you're going to have officers in a specific area, make sure you have officers who can relate to the citizens of said area. And I know I've said this before in the past. What the hell sense does it make to have someone who grew up in Mason all their lives become part of Cincinnati Police Department? That man or woman doesn't understand what it's like to deal with people in situations in the inner city. They don't know how to handle that. They already come in on the job scared because of preconceived stereotypes that they've learned and they've heard about and what their family members have passed down and told them about. They don't know anything about dealing with people who grew up in Avondale or Mount Auburn or Madisonville or Bond Hill, Roseline. Have people in place who are from those communities, who want to better serve those communities, who want to help those communities. Put those people in those communities to protect and serve them. But yeah, man, Mr. President, Madam Vice President, we're gonna be watching you. We're gonna be watching you with a hawkeye view. It's a lot of work that you guys need to get done. The Orange Man then caused total divisiveness within this country. And it's your job to make sure that everybody is happy. Well, that's kind of an ignorant statement because you can't make everybody happy. But to make sure you do your part to where the divisiveness at least closes. You want to make sure that gap continues to close year by year by year. It's to the point where it feels like we are in the United States of America. Because right now it's two Americas, man. It's two Americas. And until you do your part to make sure that we as Black people and people of color are protected, we're going to have our doubts about you. So y'all got a lot of work to do, man. You got a lot of work to do. But nevertheless, man, yesterday was historic. It was a sight to see, man. Like, I didn't see the inauguration itself because I was working, but just seeing pictures and just seeing video clips, man, yo, it's a beautiful thing to see. It was a beautiful thing to see, man. And like I said, I'm so glad that because of me working in the education system, I'm so glad that my students were able to, in their social studies class, were able to witness some of the inauguration and just be able to witness seeing President Obama and First Lady Obama and be able to witness seeing Madam Vice President Harris take her oath to become the VP of this country. It was just an amazing sight to see, man. And it just gives our children hope that they can reach the highest office if they want to, that they have the ability to reach the highest office in this country. It's an amazing thing, man. It's an amazing thing. We had like I said, it was a historic day yesterday. And surprisingly, them Proud Boys didn't even try to wreck shit. they were afraid of all the National Guard that's been there. But man, listen, forget them Proud Boys. Forget them Proud Boys. Forget them Trump soldiers. Because it's all said and done, your man is out of here. And before I switch to the next topic, man, I just want to, if you see the logo that is up here, this past Monday was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, although his birthday was actually last Friday on the 15th. This Monday was his day, and what can you say about him? One of the most important, if not the most important person that this country ever produced. You talk about a man who endured so much hate, so much racism, so much violence, just so much animosity towards his way. And all he did was just fight for civil rights, which in turn is human rights. You talk about a man who endured countless days of getting beaten by the police, getting locked up, having his house get bombed while him, his wife, and his children were inside. You talk about all that stuff that he endured, man, to the point where he was able to reach a platform and get to Washington and to give his I Have a Dream speech and to become such an iconic figure here. And let's not be mistaken. This country wants to give you the impression that Dr. King is a loved man, but let's keep it a buck. He wasn't loved at all while he was on this earth. He wasn't loved. This country didn't love him. This country didn't appreciate him. This country did everything in its power to tear this man down. And just like President Obama in current times, he has such a booming voice. He walked with class. He walked with elegance. He walked with humbleness. And more importantly, he walked with a purpose. And for that, Dr. King, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being such a trailblazer. Thank you for being such an orator. Thank you for just being such a leader. Thank you for being a voice for so many people back then, during the civil rights movement, who didn't have a voice. Thank you for taking the initiative to say, listen, I'm going to fight for change. I'm going to fight to make sure that my people have civil liberties. And I would love to see how he would. I just wish he was alive today, just to see the divisiveness that has gone on. I would be very curious to hear his thoughts on what has transpired within these past 4 years. I really do. I really would want to see and hear his opinion. But unfortunately, this country took him away from us. And unfortunately, we'll never get to hear those thoughts in current times. But once again, Dr. King, thank you so much for everything you've done on your short time here on this earth. You are appreciated forever. And also, before I transition, I just want to give a shout out to my younger sister, Monique, who just turned 26 years of age yesterday. Whoo, I'm getting old, bruh. 26 years of age, man. I just want to give you a quick shout out, sis. I love you. Just continue just to be just the humble and just great woman that you are. Just continue to do you And the one thing I appreciate about my sister, man, is that she's her. Nobody's gonna change who she is. She's comfortable with who she is. Um, and she's not gonna let nobody change that about her. And she enjoys living the life how she lives it. And with that being said, sis, again, happy birthday. I love you, and I will see you in a couple days. But yeah, let's talk some football, man. Championship games this week. Man. We have two really good games set up. We have the first game, which the first game is between two legends, between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. So the first game, you'll have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game. The second game, you will have the Battle of the Young Bucks. You will have the Buffalo Bills going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions. But I want to start with the Battle of the Young Bucks first. Get this set up real quick. One of these days, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be able to master this thing, man. Be able to master this thing for y'all, get transitions going. But look, it's a new version of On the Mic. It's a rebrand. Gotta work the kinks out, baby. Start with this matchup right here. Two young bulls, man. On the left here, you have Josh Allen. Oops, sorry, guys. I'll just zoom in, just do that. Boom, take care of that. You got the young bulls here. On the left, you have Josh Allen. He is the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. On the right, you have reigning Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes. They actually are playing the 6:30 game. This is a very fascinating matchup for me, man, for a lot of reasons. Number one, obviously, we're not surprised that the Chiefs are back in this position. At least the majority of us is not surprised. They've been the best team in football all year. Patrick Mahomes has been playing great football. The defense has been opportunistic. But the Buffalo Bills, man, they've been so impressive to me. Like, just seeing the maturation of Josh Allen, just seeing him become such a better thrower of the football. Because if you've been watching him, we all know he has a rocket for an arm, right? He has a cannon. But if you really know your football, sometimes having a huge arm is not the best when you're not accurate. So the first 2 years of his career, Josh Allen was throwing about 55%. He completed 55% of his passes, right? This year, he has completed over 70% of his passes. Like, the dude has been on point. It also helps that the Buffalo Bills acquired Stephon Diggs, who at least this year has been playing like a top 3 receiver. And, man, they got to this point. They handled the Baltimore Ravens last week in the divisional round fairly easily, winning that game 17-3. Josh Allen did what he needed to do to win that game. And let's pull up some stats real quick about Josh Allen. What did he do last week? Josh Allen, he was 23 of 37 for 206 yards and a touchdown. But the most important number was no interceptions. Again, like I just said, Josh Allen may have the strongest arm in all of football, right? And because of that strong arm as a quarterback, you can have so much confidence in your arm to think that you can make any and every throw on the field anytime you want. When it comes to the playoffs, you have to be able to be selective with your throws if you're a quarterback. You have to be able to say, okay, some of the throws that I could have made and attempted on the regular season, I can't make those throws now. Because if we lose this game because of my errors, we go home. There is no next week. There is no other game to prepare for. We lose this game, we go home, and we're watching Kansas City playing the Super Bowl. And Josh Allen, man, like he has played tremendously, man. He has played tremendously. Where are his overall stats? Give me a second here. Overall stats for this year. He has thrown for 4,544 yards. He's completed 69% of his passes, so he's a shade under 70. Touchdowns. 37 touchdowns and only 10 interceptions. So he's had a touchdown to interception ratio of over 3-1. If you're going to be a playoff team, you're going to be a Super Bowl contender, your quarterback has to take care of the football. And that's what this guy's done, man. Now, Patrick Mahomes, who, by the way, will be playing this week. You know, he had a situation last week to where he was running an option. He got tackled. He got up woozy. He couldn't finish the rest of the game. He was on concussion protocol, which was a clear it gave the Browns a huge opportunity, which they didn't take advantage of. But here he is right now, Patrick Mahomes, who is the reigning Super Bowl MVP. The year before that, he was the NFL MVP. And man, if you want to talk about the face of the NFL for the next 15 years, is that guy right there, one number 15. And I'm very proud of Patrick Mahomes. And I root for this dude because not only is he a generational talent on the field, during the whole summer of last year when we were dealing with, and grieving with the deaths of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and dealing with the injustices of Breonna Taylor and her murder, he took the initiative. He stood, he was able to work with LeBron James and work with other prominent athletes to get people to vote, to get people of color to vote, and to explain to people why voting was important. He was a huge cause in that. And this dude, man, he's just awesome, man. If you haven't seen Patrick Mahomes play, please go to YouTube. Google YouTube Patrick Mahomes highlights. I guarantee you will be just shocked of the types of plays this dude can make. And before he was out against the Browns, let me look at my homeboy, as Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp calls him, my homeboy. Let's see what my homeboy did before he was out of the game. Let's look at his stats real quick. My homeboy. He was 21 of 30, which is 70%, 255 yards and 1 touchdown. Very good. Again, doesn't turn the ball over. And that's going to be the biggest matchup of this game. Which quarterback can avoid making not only a mistake, but the mistake in the game? Because, man, this is for a trip to the Super Bowl. This is for a trip to the Super Bowl, man. The game is being played at Kansas City, even though with COVID, teams are just now. Well, the Chiefs, for the most part, they've let probably about 6,500 to 10,000 fans in their stadium, which I still think is incredibly too much. They've been letting their fans watch the games all season. Buffalo, up until the playoff game last week, they didn't have any fans in their stadium. The governor said no, no games for Buffalo until playoffs. And, they had a significant home field advantage against Baltimore last week. So I'm sure it's going to be cold. Actually, let's see. What's the temperature going to be in Kansas City on Sunday? What's the temperature going to be? Because that's going to be a huge factor too. I know it's going to be cold. Sunday. So Sunday's temperature is going to be 45 degrees and rainy. I mean, it's not going to be cold, but it's still going to be wet. And those elements like that, you got to worry about having a slick ball. You got to worry about footing. You got to worry about not making a huge mistake. And that's what it's going to come down to. Which quarterback is going to make the right decisions, but going to make the key throw. I am going with the Kansas City Chiefs, although I am not as confident about that pick as I would like to be, because Buffalo has the type of defense that can give Kansas City a lot of problems. If you watch Kansas City Chiefs play, what is the one advantage that they have over everybody they play? Speed. They have speed at the receiver position with Tyreek Hill and Wood Robinson and Whit Watkins and those guys. And they have, arguably, when it goes down, Travis Kelce is going to go down as one of the top 3 or 5 greatest tight ends ever to play. From the University of Cincinnati, Travis Kelce. But yeah, you have such an advantage when you are able to throw to Tyreek Hill, who's the fastest guy in the league, the most unguardable guy in the league, and a tight end who not only has receiver skills, but once in high school, he played quarterback as well. So he's able to see things from not only a receiver's perspective as he's running his routes, as he's looking at coverages, he's able to see things from a quarterback's perspective too, because he played the position. That is such a tough thing to deal with. And not to mention they have a good offensive line. And not to mention they have Le'Veon Bell in the backfield. But Buffalo's defense is fast as well. They may have the fastest defense in the NFL on all 3 levels. And they have the secondary that can pose a huge challenge for those receivers. And the pass rush. And the thing about Patrick Mahomes is you have to be able to rush with 4. You have to be able to rush with your down 4 linemen. You have to be able to get constant pressure on him. Because if you allow him to sit back, survey the field, he's going to kill you all game long. And not to mention, just like how the Chiefs' offense is very dynamic, the Bills' offense is dynamic. We have 2 of the top 3 scoring teams in the league here going against each other. So this game could be in the 40s. And because football can be a very weird game, this game can also wind up being in the teens. It could be a low-scoring game. It could be a defensive battle. I am going with the Chiefs, and the score that I have is 30-27. I'm going to go Chiefs 30-27. I think it's going to be a competitive ball game. I think it's going to go down to the wire, and I think Patrick Mahomes is going to make 1 or 2 more plays than Josh Allen. Not saying that Josh Allen's not going to play well. The dude has been phenomenal all year. I think he's going to play extremely well. But I think considering the Chiefs has been here before, they're the defending champs. They have the generational talent at quarterback, although Josh Allen at 6'5", 245 is a monster with a cannon arm. I just think that Patrick Mahomes is going to make 1 or 2 more plays than Josh Allen in this game. So I'm going Chiefs 30-27 over the Buffalo Bills, and I got the Kansas City Chiefs going down to Tampa Bay for the Super Bowl. Now, the game and the matchup that I've been wanting to see for so long. The matchup that for at least the past 10 years I've been wanting to see in the Super Bowl, because these 2 guys played in opposite conferences. The matchup between arguably 2 of the 2 greatest quarterbacks of all time. We're finally getting the matchup that so many football fans have been wanting to see. We are finally getting Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers in the postseason. Oh, man. Oh, my God. And for the record, Aaron Rodgers is my favorite player in the league. I just love how he throws the football. He's an artist out there. He's an artist. He can make every throw on the football field. He hardly makes mistakes. The dude is just a consummate pro. And on the left side, you have the GOAT. 6 Super Bowl rings, 9 Super Bowl appearances, has won over 30 playoff games in his career. Dominated a conference for 20 years in Tom Brady. You want to talk about someone who was consistent, who just makes everyone around him better, who just exemplifies what excellence is. You look at Tom Brady. Oh, this is going to be a hell of a matchup, man. These two actually played each other this year already. Tampa Bay had beat the brakes off of the Packers. I want to say in week 8 or week 10. Yeah, it was week 10. They beat the brakes off of them 38-10. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers was awful that game. He had 2 interceptions. One was a pick six. The other one was nearly a pick six. He lost a fumble. He just looked absolutely horrible. And Tom Brady got the best of him that day. But, man, right in this game, it's going to be at Green Bay. If you ain't got to be a football fan. If you're a sports fan, when you hear Green Bay, Lambeau Field, January, it's going to be cold as hell. You know how the elements are going to be. It's going to be cold. It's going to be, it may snow. Guys who aren't used to playing those elements, it just makes them feel different. It intimidates them. And let me see what the temperature is going to be in old Green Bay. Green Bay, Wisconsin on Sunday. A whopping 28 degrees with a 50% chance of snow. Yeah. That is a heavy advantage for Green Bay. A heavy advantage for Green Bay. And, man, listen. I expect a great game. I expect both of these legendary quarterbacks to play the best game of the season, their best game of the season. It's for all the chips, man. It's for a chance to get to the Super Bowl. So, how did they get to this point? Last week, Tom Brady had sweet revenge. He led the Buccaneers down to New Orleans and got a win over their rivals, the New Orleans Saints. And the Saints absolutely kicked their ass both games this year. Like, oh my God, man! Especially the second game. The second game, the Saints beat the Bucs 38-3. And just like how Aaron Rodgers looked absolutely horrible against the Bucs, Tom Brady looked absolutely putrid against the Saints in their second meeting. But let's see what old Tom did last week. Let's look at his stats real quick. Tom Brady against New Orleans last week. 18-33, which ain't the greatest. 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, and again, 0 turnovers. The Saints defense has a hellacious pass rush, and they have a damn good secondary. Normally in the past, when you see Tom Brady lose those Super Bowls, he normally lost those Super Bowls against teams who got after him. When he played the Giants twice in those 2 Super Bowls, they were able to get after him. They were able to sack him. They were able to get him off his mark, and he was ineffective. The 2 games this season against the Saints, they got after him. They were able to put pressure on him. They were able to make him get the ball out of his hands before he wanted to. Just constantly gave him hell. Excuse me. The Saints only sacked him 1 time. And it wasn't like it was more of a cover sack when you think about it. And Brady just said, all right, I'm going down, that the rush is here. I got nowhere to go to football. And he took care of the ball. And when you watch that game last week between the Bucks and Saints, that was the first game, at least to me, to where the Bucks started to look like the Patriots that Brady led for 20 years. They looked disciplined. They played physical. They didn't make mistakes. The other team made mistakes. It was you finally saw this team mature in front of our very eyes, because this team had instances where they were losing on prime time, where they had lost 3 games in a row and they were struggling. But they are starting to peak at the right time. You look at the Packers, best team in the AFC and the NFC. And just like Kansas City in the AFC, they're the number 1 seed. Packers had the best record in the AFC and the NFC. They're the number 1 seed. Last week they played the Los Angeles Rams, who had the number 1 ranked defense in all of football. Now, let's see what old Aaron did. Let's see what old Aaron Rodgers did last week. And they won the game 32-18. And last week, Tampa Bay defeated New Orleans 33-20. I'm sorry. Rodgers went 23 of 36, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Again, the constant between all 4 of these quarterbacks playing this weekend, they did not turn the football over. Just like for the AFC Championship game, the same's going to be said about this game. Which of these legendary quarterbacks is going to make the play to get them to Tampa? Because if you're the Bucks, you're thinking, man, we got through New Orleans. It's going to be cold up in Green Bay. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy. But hell, the wave that we're riding, we can beat them. And we can play. We have the opportunity to beat Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau Field. And by the way, this will be the first home NFC Championship game for Aaron Rodgers. This will be the first time that he has played an NFC Championship game on his home field. That's also very significant. But for the Bucks, this gives them opportunity to not only beat the number 1 seed in the NFC, it gives them the opportunity to play on their home field in the Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowl is being held at Tampa Bay this year. And we've never seen a team play in their home stadium in the Super Bowl. We've never seen it. And so this is such a compelling matchup, man, between these 2 legends, between these 2 football teams. I think it's going to be very physical. I know both teams are going to want to run the football, especially in those elements. It's going to be cold, going to see snow. So the running game is going to be very imperative. Whoever's able to run the football more successful, I think is going to win the game. And the team who doesn't turn the football over or who has the less turnovers, they're going to win the game. And the prediction that I have for this game, I'm going to go – I think it's going to be another close game. And again, this is the first game of Sunday's action. The AFC Championship game will be the second game. But I want to talk about this game first because of the 2 legends at quarterback. But I am going to go Green Bay. I'm going to go Green Bay 24, Tampa Bay 20. I'm going to go Green Bay 24, Tampa Bay 20. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to not only go to his second Super Bowl, I think he's going to win his second Super Bowl. You got to remember, for those of you who don't know, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been in a Super Bowl in 10 years. His lone Super Bowl victory was against the Steelers back in 2011. I think he finally gets back to the Super Bowl, and I think he finally gets that second ring, man. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers 24-20. I think it's going to be a very physical game, just like how I believe the AFC Championship game is going to be close. I think this game is going to be close as well, man. And we're going to see some damn good football. And yeah, Reggie, you're right. Brady's going to feel at home in that weather because he played in Foxborough. He played in New England where it's cold, but Green Bay, man, that's a different type of cold, bro. Like I haven't been there, and probably I don't want to go there, especially this time of year. I ain't trying to visit Green Bay, but but man, it's gonna be some great NFL action this weekend, man. I cannot wait. And I meant to put this during that Brady versus Rodgers segment, but oh well, you got the drift. But with that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up, man. Once again, On the Mic will be live every Thursday between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. You can go to you can follow you can go to YouTube, go to the On the Mic Productions page. Please hit the subscribe button, check out the videos, smash those like buttons, man. Also, if you want to be a guest, look at the ticker. Look at the ticker. Look at the ticker. If you want to be a guest on the mic, please hit my inbox. Let me know. If you want to be a guest, please let me know. We can chop it up. We can pick a topic to discuss. You know, we can build, man. Please, if you want to be a guest on the mic, let me know. Also, once again, to get merchandise from my wife's shop, please go to www.etsy.com/shop/RavenJArt. Once again, go to her Etsy account. Go to her Etsy shop at www.etsy.com/shop/RavenJR. Please buy please support my wife. Check out her tremendous artwork, her tremendous merchandise. Please support. All right, y'all. It is 8 o'clock. I am hungry. I'm about to get some food, get some good dinner in my belly, and I'm about to do another podcast. Also, check us out at the Under the Ring podcast. Once this video loads up, I will put the link for the Under the Ring podcast. Under the Ring is a wrestling podcast that I do with my good brothers. We are live every Thursday on Twitch at 8:30. Please go to our Twitch account at www.twitch.com/undertheringpod. Once again, follow us on Twitch at www.twitch.com/undertheringpod. If you're a wrestling fan, please check us out. Listen to us talk about some wrestling. And even if you're not a wrestling fan, just support. Click the page. Subscribe. Listen to some fools talk about wrestling, man. And with that being said, man, I am Mike Jones. This is another edition of On the Mic. Much love to y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of the week. You have a beautiful week. And until next Thursday, I will see y'all then. Much love. On the Mic.